Yeah, is this working properly now? Because I don't know if everything came back. It did mess up, but then maybe we're back. Yeah, maybe we're back because it all messed up for a moment. I just had to manage um, the stream software and all of that, so I guess we're back. So it did all look weird for me a moment ago. Hey there, Mark, how are you doing? The stream was looking weird for a moment, but now it's back on online. Uh-oh, that is an 8-8. How does that happen? They're out of cards, so hopefully they don't draw anything too good. Although that they do have advantage with Saprolings. Okay, that's pretty good. Well, I guess we'll just go for the air. I'll go for the air attacks. So that is 11 damage in the air now. But they have sacrifice outlets and card draw and all this weird stuff, so I'm still in a bad shape here. I don't think I'm going to make it just because they have the ability to... I need a board wipe because they have the... Or maybe life gain? Nah, I need a board wipe. Or removal. I guess just grab a bunch of treasure. So... Skull Port, that's a good one, right? When it stuff dies, stuff happens. All of these are very synergistic. Sacrifice a creature, draw a card. Okay, yeah, so they're gonna sacrifice stuff and then kind of get me to a point of damage and stuff. See, they have the double damage, but they're out of cards. One final card, okay. Can't do 18 damage, so that's it there. Alright, so we're questing pretty well. Couldn't give the full attention on that game because everything crashed up, and hopefully we're back now. Did I put all my settings properly? I just had to get back on to the stream after the crash. So on the side here, I will also set my settings. So I'm trying a new thing where the monetization and the like. So I put out a brand new deck tech, and I'm gonna try this with I'm gonna try the early access. So if people want to get some of my videos early, you can join the Patreon for $3.33 to get the content early, or you can just wait and then it will debut for the people. And let's see, what is this guy again? Death Touch. Oh, I shouldn't even play against an Alchemy deck. Death Touch likes at the beginning of your end step if you creature died, blah blah, whatever. Okay, Alchemy junk. Finding on photo 10 of 230 have been over editing. Oh, what do you mean by that? That you've got... When you've got... Yeah, I just got this new little cat dragon thing. It was the pet of the month, and decided to add it to the deck. So I'm gonna switch decks here, but I'm gonna put that deck in the other deck as well. Let's say Tiny Bones. So I have to change my mindset about how that deck works. Every deck's slightly different, so you have to kind of think. So you have to change your mindset per deck. And I was saying earlier on the stream that I've got so many sleeves here from all of these years. So many I don't even see anymore. So I don't know, let's put Liliana right here, looking cool, wavy hair and everything. You're adding too many level adjustments when less is getting better. Oh, okay. And is this on your own that you're doing some edits just for fun, or for a class or something? All right, so let's add this little dragon pet. It's called apparently Azizi. So there it is. It's gonna do demon cat things. And play Tiny Bones, so it's all about discard, messing with the opponent. Speaking of which, so I was saying that so I'm going to try that if people want early access to my, I'm going to give that a shot. I haven't really done that before. Most of my videos, I put them out on the day of, but just to try things a little bit differently, we're moving to a new model where if people want early access to some of my videos, you can join the Patreon, $3.33. That's better than a cup of coffee. Or you can just wait until it comes out, when it comes out the week later. So right now there's a little preview video about, there's a preview video on that new deck that might entice people to check out. All right, turn one. So which is going to be worse, turn one Inquisition or turn one Thoughtseize? Turn one Thoughtseize. Oh, get that Lotus Cobra out of here, definitely. Don't even have to think. Yeah, so much. They're just ramping so much. I gotta get rid of everything. Well, they're already there anyway, so that wasn't worth it. And then I have no removal. Oh, there we go. So now they have all the mana. Okay, so now they just have nothing on board. So Tiny Bones can deal 10 damage, but I need 6 mana to do that. Now they have that. Everything's got ward. That's got haste as well. I just have to hope that they don't have anything great on their... Hopefully they don't grab any good dragon off the top. Let's see, what does that do? Add a mana. If it's a whatever, gains haste. Ugh. Okay, so they just need to get some great dragons off the top, which I'm sure they will. That's not a dragon. Loser. Alright, I have 2 turns and then I'm dead, but obviously, yep, so I'm dead. So, so what's going to happen is that next turn, of course, a big dragon will appear. They'll just haste attack with it. And this one, what does that one do? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery or whatever. Okay, that's nothing's going to happen there. Right, so here we go. It's going to be their turn, and if they get a big dragon, then I'm dead. If they don't get a big dragon, then we have 1 more turn. And what we could do there is deal damage, and then with Tiny Bones do the final damage. Okay, let's see. What is it? What is it? Not a dragon. Okay, they might be dead. Let's see if we get lucky. Alright, so out of nowhere, they don't have any special lands. I think we're good. Nothing that will do anything. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, nothing does nothing. So they might be dead. So watch this. They haven't read my cards, so here's what we'll do. We'll attack with everything. They won't block the 4-3. They will block the 4-3. Fine. Okay. I guess they're not dead. Anyway, we're dead because then on their turn it's Mireille. Okay, whatever. So, amazing. That deck's always hard to deal with unless you have removal, and I never got removal, so that was a lost cause. Alright, so how's everyone doing? Did everyone have any tasty food recently this past week? I was saying earlier I went to 2 taco shops that were really cool. Some really shishi tacos that were quite extravagant. One was a tortilla with melted cheese, with cream, I think, and then French fries. So that's fun and weird. And very enjoyable. Okay, this is pretty vicious here, so hopefully, and it's all stick fingers, which is an X creature. Okay, we'll try to do stuff here. I'm making myself hungry because I ate. See, that's a cool, weird sleeve there. So I had lunch at 1 or something, 1:30. I haven't eaten since then. It is currently 8:44. I also went out hiking, so I guess I could eat. Got some, all that for that, fine. Let's surveil into some lands. Nope. And then I think I got sent some things, pictures and stuff off topic. What do we have there? Ooh, look at that. We got a lot of cool things there to show off. Yeah, we'll show that off. Oh, Gabe, you can't put that picture up and ruin my mystique. You can't put that picture there and with an uncovered secret, got some kind of other fries. All right, so anyway, let's try a little bit of this. Well, Diregraph Rebirth gone. Tiny attacks, draws a card. Comes to terms with your tower not being able to keep up. How long have you had it? I know on our computer talk here. Okay, so they're gonna stick finger, come in as a 2/2 loser. All right, so actually that's not so bad. But anyway, let's 3+4. If we have them discard.
Love your wardrobe. I'll have to order. Don't think you.
Well, this is the funny thing about the funny thing about that deck is that they thrive on graveyard stuff. So it's an E-Machine gifted for college from 2011, really. So you got a 10-year-old computer that still kind of works well-ish. 2011, quite vintage.
Let's tidy up in there.
It works okay, but it struggles. So they just had a bunch of lands. 4, 5. I got my 6th mana next turn. Yeah, let's remove that for the moment. I was going to, oh, I didn't want to do without your permission, but let's remove those at the moment just because those are more for like offline fun. Just the two of me, s'il vous plaît. And the others are perfectly fine. The other ones are cool, so.
Ooh, sorry. Not really.
So what is this here? Costs one less, return to a creature card, flashback it, whatever. Ooh, Pelucranos. Okay, so let's do this. Let's bring out Bantu, deal some damage there, summon a creature, deal the damage. And they're like, GG. So, yeah, Tiny Bones. Play that deck just a little bit more. So is that 5 below that you went to the one in Eastlake, or is there another one? I don't know how many there are in the area. Okay, so if people haven't been keeping up with the Magic story in the latest shenanigans, and a lot of characters got desparked. A lot of planeswalkers got desparked, and one of them is Narset. So there she is now as a creature, legendary creature. And I haven't kept up with the story very much, but the that's one thing that I do know that happened. Ooh, STP, get that out of here. Yeah, let's do that. Even though probably this other one's worse. Whenever you cast a non-creature, create a soldier. Okay, that might be annoying. Guess we'll have to take it out right away. I would rather do other things, but that's just gonna get over the top, so let's get rid of it. That is another... Okay, that's a planeswalker. Alright, so we'll get Tiny Bones in, then we'll do the Vicious Rumors. One of my favorite vicious 1-mana cards. 1 damage to each opponent. Make them discard 1, make them mill 1, and then you gain 1 life. Wow. There's a little bird there, and I got a little cat.
Aye, this will give me a chance to test my new power. I've learned lots of techniques from artists.
Test my new power. That is Rowan and Will. Spoiler alert, they're dead. On the recent storyline, apparently. I don't know how it happened, but there's a card. I'm not spoiling anything. The card itself shows them on their tombstones, so... Alright, next up we want to Raider's Wake. If we survive... Nope, that's dead. But at least they will come back really easily.
Need my sword to win.
And then that planeswalker's about to go over the top.
Art and combat aren't so different.
They weren't a very popular Narset, well, it was a bunch of them. It was Nissa and Sarkin. Was it Sarkin? I don't know. It was definitely Nissa, Narset. There was a lot of them that lost their spark, so it was all for the story. Get out of here, Llanowar Elf. Luca bound to ruin. Okay, so Luca became a planeswalker, but a Phyrexianized planeswalker apparently. So that was a schizophrenic thing that happened in the story. Luca was a good guy. And then became a bad guy or something. The story is a good one. You watched it over on the Lorebrains. Yeah, I should check in on the details of it all that way. So that seems a good way to catch up on things. Maybe I should have gotten that one, rid of that one. Destroy permanent you own, add 1 mana, proliferate, draw a card, untap, whatever. Okay. Pay 4 life, draw a card. Okay. So I got Elkified over here, but it's still dealing damage.
Phyrexia's swarm will triumph! Tear them apart.
That's kind of powerful. You make a 3/3 every turn, no problem. And then that's going to be that fight effect. Okay. So I'm checking on my tracker here, and it's so far behind, it's still showing. Well, I know everyone's on the current stream, but my little preview of things still shows me from a while ago. Alright, let's switch over to some witches. Sten, Paranoid Partisan. There's so many new characters nowadays. Well, there's a bunch of ramp right here. Authority of the console, so they're going to tap my bat. They have Sten next turn already, which is going to decrease their spells. Hopefully that's not too annoying. Artifacts. Okay, they're doing some sort of artifact deck. Blue-white artifacts. Cloud Key, that's good. So now the artifacts cost even less, so that's 2 mana artifacts. Alright, so that'll be interesting. So you're getting 2 free mana on artifacts. What are you going to do but missing a land drop? Thoughtmon, and that draws a bunch of cards, right? Corridor Monitor, okay. Untap, you get more mana, but nothing. Okay, sure, but I got my witches now, so let's do something interesting here. Lose some life. And make some skeletons. Think you caught it for the night. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for hanging out. Be on the lookout on the Discord for the next meetup on stuff, either gameplay or maybe photos again. So see you next time. Ooh, Smothering Tithe. Okay, fine. Watch how I do not pay for it. We'll do the old who cares? Who cares for your Smothering Tithe? Alright, well, let's, what do we want to do here? The game will end once they lose. Yeah, that's not worth it. Okay, we'll just wait. Paradox Engine, that's nice. Okay, so everything's going to untap, but what are they trying to do with all of this stuff? See, nothing, it's already passing. On my side, to get those photos developed. I'm trying to remember, maybe, possibly. So let me answer you one moment. I'm trying to remember. And then draw a bunch of cards. All right. Yeah, I don't know if I don't have removal for that Paradox Engine, they're just gonna draw cards. Yeah, they've got too much advantage. All their artifacts are free, and then they got the Paradox Engine and stuff on tap, so too much advantage on their side. As for the photos, maybe actually I didn't, because I'm trying to think about. We took those photos, and then I remember saying that I was going to drop them off that same day, but then they closed. I was going to take the route of going through Coronado and then going over to where I needed to go. But as I drove into Coronado, the Coronado Bridge was closed that day, unfortunately, from a suicide jumper. So they had to close everything, and I had to come back through Imperial Beach. And by the time I got out of the area, it was just too late to get to. It was too late to get to the shop, so I didn't. I didn't drop off the photos at that time, and I held on to them, so I took more photos, and I wanted to hold on to them to
You will grow with us. Welcome, my companion. You can't resist the inevitable.
Yeah, this opponent has too much advantage also. Yeah, too much advantage.
My heart beats in unison with the wild.
Yeah, so you should get it developed soon. Older film degrades, so the images that you saved there has that been, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks already, so you should get them developed now before they further degrade. You don't want to spend the money to develop them, and then, because you waited too long, it didn't hate Liliana versus Liliana. So, yep, I would do that. So turn 1 Reese. How about turn 1 Cat? And then turn 2 Bird. Three. That creates elves. All right, so you got an elf out of that. Cool art, Lorwyn art. So that Reese costs 1 mana, but now they have to pay 5, and they're like, never mind. And so the opponent is, what? Mr. Snuggles. I'm just gonna play. So I did put a. If people saw this, I put out the announcement on my Discord. It's gonna be relatively short stream, so play a little bit more. Hopefully, it's fun enough. But I wanted to do the stream because we didn't do it last week, and then we'll play a little bit more and such. I'm gonna play with this. This deck so far has a... This deck, when I played it recently, had like an 83% win rate out of 40 games, so it's the real deal. I always have to remember when I switch between decks, I have to adjust my mindset. Depending on the deck, as each one's got his own thing. So on this one, I'm going to need a turn 1 play and then a big play. But how about a land? So nope, this is going to not do what I want. So nope, the algorithm's just weird at the moment. So maybe we do that. Mulligan and no good hands. Although, like I said, that deck was working very, very well. I played 40 games with it, literally, and then it had 80% win rate. It has an 85% win rate at the moment. So see, now they're, again, the algorithm is weird, but I guess we'll take it. It's supposed to be turn 1 little creature, turn 3 Satoru, and then attack with a huge creature, but we'll give it a shot here. Some cool Japanese-inspired art. That bear. All right, well, while this player does nothing, what should we talk about? So they waste all that time, and then they finally play a thing, and finally what happens is an alchemy card. Alright, so on my end, nothing to play turn 1. Turn 2 is also not too impressive, I suppose. A Cobbled Heart. They do have black mana. That's Glissa. That's a pretty good card on its own. Got a counter spell. This is cool art, but from the distance right there, it looks like it's a red card. Obviously, it's a black card. Spent all the time but not used any seasoning. Well, the can you add some after the fact? You've got me on the big screen. Look at that. I'm on the big screen, HDMI, and the cat is playing with the objects moving around. Cool. Alright, so that's an annoying card that does its thing. Left it in the graveyard. Oh, okay. Well, actually left it in exile, so they can never bring back their commander ever. Whoops. I think they thought it was going to go into the graveyard. And so these are annoying. So I'm not getting a chance to do my... Oh, there. Well, that's coming back from the graveyard. They get even bigger. Wow. Alright, so... That's 8 if they attack with both. They should probably leave a blocker. The other night you forgot to turn on the oven. I know it was a long roast. We didn't want to get these photos done. right, well, it's 2/8/8. If they don't know how my commander works, you probably want to leave a blocker. They might get greedy and say, I want to deal 8 damage. We'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I can summon that sweet follower anyway. End of combat. So I guess they never attacked. Pass to main. Okay. They'll play that sage, they'll drop a land, they'll make those bigger, I guess. Yep. Didn't play a land. Okay. So let's give this a shot. Misclicked myself. I'm trying to... Stupid. Okay. Steak doesn't have salt. Well, again, a lot of those things, when it's on your plate, you can season it from that point. Okay, if everything goes right on this, this will be vicious. This turn 1/1/1, and then eventually I trade it for an 8/8. So yeah, I'm just having so much bad luck with this deck at the moment. And then that click, because it says target player. So target player could be yourself. Some spells just say... some spells say you or target opponents, you can never hurt yourself. But on that one, I don't even know how I misclicked that. That I accidentally targeted myself to mill half my library. Alright, so they rebalanced this card where it used to cost 4 mana to do Satoru's thing, and now it costs 1 mana. So 3 mana. So anyway, I missed a land drop anyway, but how about Unblockable Pirate? And then replace it with an 8/8. Bounce that back to the hand. Grab me a land or a Kraken. I'm going to be so greedy. I'm going to grab a Kraken instead of a land. I need a land. But now that's an 8/8, so you have to deal with that. 4th mana, you'll get Maja. But that'll spend up all your mana, so I'll attack with an 8/8. I'll attack with a flyer, replace that flyer with a 8/8. Nope, instead of Procession. Okay, good game. Here we go. If they don't block anything, they're completely dead. Alright. How about we trade in another 8/8. 8 plus 8 is 16. See, this is what this deck is supposed to do. And it was doing it non-stop when I wasn't on the stream. But now when I have it on the stream, it's losses. But anyway, if we look here for a moment on the web browser. So here's this particular deck. 83% win rate, 92% win rate on the play, 79 on the draw. I've played 34-7. And today, so 2 losses there, and then the 1 win here. When I played it 7 days ago, 7 matches, 9 and 7 and 10 wins. So 2-minute win, 3-minute win, 3-minute win, 8-minute win, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Yep, so that was a streak. On this other one, whoops. Anyway, so it's gonna need ketchup. Well, put put lime or lemon. In my family, we love to put citrus on our, depends on the steak, but you know, carne asada and the like works great with lemon and lime. That's what we grew up with. Steak without seasoning, the juice in the beef. Yeah, it depends on the beef. Sometimes that can taste very beefy, and that's a nice flavor. Right, so we're going mono green, so turn 1 Llanowar Elf here, I guess. Yep. So the Glorclaw's gonna be out. Then big creatures are gonna be out, so I don't think I'm gonna win this one unless I get removal. Sweet chili and ketchup. Sounds good. Green Sun's Twilight for how much? 2? For 1. Okay. Alright, there we go. Doomblade. So when they summon their commander next turn, I've got an answer for it. Nope, instead we got a bloated whatever. Okay. So they missed a land drop, but I guess we'll be okay. We'll have her attack on her own, become unblockable. Then it's pretty cool because then you mill them and I scry. Ooh, that's a good one. So take that. Toxic, whatever. Oh, so let me catch up. Some of you. On the game when we met up on Thursday. So after you left, Stevie, we played with this new guy that was there ready to play, and his deck was this deck about toxic. So if you get 10 poison counters, then you're dead. And so he was putting his deck together, and we were all playing. Yeah, it was another victory, yeah. And so he eventually was doing his deck very well, and me and Catherine were getting very, very poisoned. And at one point, I got all the way up to 9 poison, and then I thought, okay, I'm just dead next turn. You've got a deck full of poison cards, so of course I'm dead. But no, I got very lucky, and I never got poisoned completely. And I ended up defeating him, so he couldn't do any more poison. But I was 1 poison away from Doomsday. So that was very fortunate. Let's count this. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 damage. I think we can make it. Yep, it seemed pretty nice. Okay, so swap out. Yeah, this is game over. So we'll just swap in here, and that's GG. So always block this deck. They really wanted to save their this spell can't be countered due to thing. You may put a creature from your hand onto the okay, yeah, that's a good one. No wonder they wanted to save that. That's a very good card. But if you don't know this Umezawa deck, you gotta block everything, because it's very recommended to block everything on this deck. Now, the other Victor also got very bad luck because he was, Catherine, how many? He was just like drawing land after land after land. He also had an ability where he would steal our cards, and our cards also, most of them were lands. So I don't know, he was a land magnate, and he was not ever to, never able to get that final poison on me. Well, This isn't the best hand, but I want that disdainful stroke because I can't stand that sliver. Double strike and toxic. You made a green and red toxic that gave double strike. Yeah, turbo poison. You got like 14 lands at some point. Yeah, and I kept killing his commander, but he had the mana to bring it back. So that was really funny. Funny on the one hand, but then on the other hand, so to die, to get us all with poison, that's one thing, but then just bad luck that never further drew. Opponent is passing with something. So I have all of these creatures that could do their thing, but nothing to trade with. At least they have cool sleeves. Silver creatures have, whenever this creature deals combat damage, make it stronger. Okay, fine. So it has 1 mana on white and black. Come on, just give me a big creature to trade in here. Not a big creature. Okay, fine. So we'll just attack with nothing to trade in. That's sad. Okay, do you have your 5th mana perfectly ready to summon that creature? I have a counter spell that would like to meet you. Nope, instead you're going to get the Triome, which is fine. All slivers get swole, sure. For mana, draw a card. Wow, this opponent. I will not feel bad for counterspelling his commander when they finally cast it. Blues Brother 327. That's funny. How many of you youngsters know the Blues Brothers? Everyone in the chat there, tell me if you know the Blues Brothers. There we go. Get out of here with those slivers. You do know the Blues Brothers? Really, the original or the sequel? which was called Blues Brothers 2000. Guess when it came out. So fun fact, the Blues Brothers, yeah, Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi, yes. By name only. You gotta watch it. It's a really fun movie. It's the first Saturday Night Live movie. You know how Wayne's World is a big famous Saturday Night Live movie, and Coneheads, but Blues Brothers was the first Saturday Night Live movie, and it's really cool. It's Jake and Elwood Blues. They Jake is in prison, and Elwood finally, after serving his time, Elwood picks him up out of prison, and it's kind of aimless a little bit at the beginning, but then eventually it turns in. It's a comedy. It's a musical comedy, and there's a lot of great. There's a lot of great. There's a lot of great musical numbers, but not like a musical with like people singing, just a lot of set pieces in music. And we're on a mission from God is the sort of catchphrase. You have to save an orphanage eventually. That was a misplay there. I could have played 2 spells last turn. Uh-oh, here we got some life gain stuff. That's a good one. Well, this is not turning out how I want. And I don't have any removal, so that cat just gets too strong too fast. Yeah, musical slapstick comedy, yeah. Well, it's not totally slapstick, but there's comedic bits in there, definitely. I never saw the sequel, but actually I have it on DVD, but I've seen the first one several times. It's enjoyable. I would recommend it. Well, I got all the huge creatures, but none of the little creatures, but worst case scenario, at least I've got Satoru himself. There we go. All right, so we're on track here. But they have their own scary first striker. So 1 mana to be unblockable. All right, let's do that. So Ginger Kid will be unblockable. But then I missed the land drop. Okay, never mind. I'm going to switch and play it a little bit longer, and then we'll wrap up. So we've been here 2 hours or so, almost or so. So just play a little bit more. Getting hungry. Night of the Roxbury and Coneheads. Yeah, those were the ones. Okay, so it was Blues Brothers, and then I think the next one after that was then Wayne's World, and then that started a big avalanche of Saturday Night Live movies, Night of the Roxbury, Conehead, Stuart saves his family, It's Pat. What else? And none of them really then reached to the heights of Wayne's World, of course, and there was part 1 and part 2. But the there was a whole cottage industry of Saturday Night Live movies based on Saturday Night Live movies. Alright, so we're gonna have to play it rough over here. I haven't seen Uro in a long time. That was like a #1 card. It was a #1 card that people could not stop playing. Now let's see if they don't see my card. It's obviously revealed to them. Let's see if they actually read it. Because if they summon Joda next turn, that's not okay. Fine, time streamy, which doesn't really do much. As for myself, well, this one takes turns, but what does it do? Put this at the bottom. Oh, you have to ascend first. Okay, that's good. Put this at the bottom of your library, take an extra turn. Activate only if you have the city's blessing. So, not there yet. Chulane. Hey, Chulane. Pretty good card. Missed a land drop. Okay, no, I didn't get the toxic deck working. All right. Celestus, and then draw a card off of that. Hopefully a land. There we go, land. Then 4 mana shield. Now we'll just go get another land. City's Blessing. Yeah, I wonder if they'll bring it back for the next Ixalan set. They're missing that land. They're just missing that land. And then Chulane, like, what does my Chulane do again? Bounce that back for some reason. Okay, that'll draw them a card. But, let's see about doing some fun stuff with this Marvel. And then they're like, never mind. Okay. Yeah, that would be trouble. Yeah, as soon as I destroy my stuff, I get energy. And then when they probably know it from when Aetherworks Marvel was such a destructive card in real life. But yeah, and my deck, it's also good because when I destroy my stuff, I get energy and then free stuff. When is the third Ixalan? Well, yeah, it is going to be the third. I was going to say it's going to be the second, but no, at that time they were still doing 2-block sets. So it was Ixalan, Rivals of Ixalan, and I believe the next one is called Caves of Ixalan, and it's coming out this year. 6 months. Well, no, that'll be next year. 3 months. That's the next set that's coming, I believe. Or I know Return to Eldraine is coming, and Return to Ixalan is coming, both this year. I don't remember which order, but they're coming this year. Probably change the name to Metropolis. Metropolis's Blessing, yeah. See Superman fly through it. So they never got to do their thing there. Okay, well, yeah, I think at this point we did some gameplay, streaming for just about 2 hours or so. So yeah, wanted to do a stream here. We didn't do one last week, but thanks everyone for stopping by. And check out the stuff on the YouTube. And like I said, Cracker Pack, I don't really have my setup for it, but yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna do it with the big camera there. Thanks for reminding me. So let's do a crack a pack beforehand. So where's my cameras? I didn't have everything fully set up, but I think we can do it here. Yeah, we can do it here. So I'm going to do a crack a pack of the rip-off set. The set that is not recommended to purchase. That it is not a good set. And hold on, let me check my focus here. And the thing about this is that it's a so it is on autofocus, but of course it doesn't want to behave. So this set, hold on, here we go. So this set, March of the Machine Aftermath, right there. This is Epilogue Booster. Yes, this is an extension, and unfortunately, this is a horrible product. No one buy this because, so if you look in the world of Magic fans, they built up the March of the Machine Phyrexia arc very, very well. People love the story. And then at the end, they just wrapped it up so quickly. It wrapped up so quick, and this guy got killed here, and this one got saved there, and it was just a horrible ending, as I understand it. And then what they did with Magic Product, they made the cynical people are saying, why does this set exist? All of these cards should have been put in the regular March of the Machine set. They feel like filler cards that should have been on the last set. Why did Wizards make another product? Greed is obviously what we have to say. Because this is not 15 cards. No, this is an epilogue booster. I think it's got like 6 cards. And they cost pretty much like the same cost as a regular booster. So this, if you look it up online and people's videos and everything, has anything come out after Mom? Yeah, this right here, that I'm March of the Machine Aftermath. This is it. You know, Brothers War and others came out before, but this is the new one right here. Hey there, Teeks. Oh, thanks for the raid at the moment. We're going to be wrapping it up in a moment, but everyone, thanks and coming to hang out. MOM is March of the Machine. And so we're going to open up some cards right here, and we're going to see what amazing cards we get. But this is like this is an epilogue boosters is how they call it. And that's their word for cash grab, because a normal booster costs $5 and it comes with 15 cards. This one costs $4 and it comes with like a quarter of them. No worries, hopping off the PC. Anybody who great? Yep. And thanks for sending everyone to me. Hello, everyone. Teeks and I go back a bit. And thanks everyone for coming by. It's mostly Magic over here. I got to work on my posture as well, so I'm not as good. But anyway, we're going to open this up right here. And let's see what cards are here. Sorry if I'm out of focus, but I set the focus over there for opening it there. So let's open up this. See, this is the special Australia edition, because, you know, everything's upside down. So we have... I don't even know which way to open it. So if you look at it this way, you've got a card. And if you look at it this way, you've got a card. But I think this is the right way. So, sorry, let me focus this a little better. Autofocus should not be relied upon. So we have Filter Out. 3 mana, instant. Return all non-creature, non-land permanents to their owners. Return... This is an uncommon. Return all non-creature, non-land permanents to their owner's hand. Hold on. Am I reading that right? Return all non-creature, non-land permanents to their owner's hands. So is this a blue... Is this a blue board wipe? What? Am I reading this properly? So... permanents to their owner's hands. This is what when I said Wizards of the Coast should title their things. You may grab target card from any graveyard. You may return all permanents. You know, if they simply add the word all or each right here, return all non-creature land and permanents to all their owner's hands, because that's what that's saying, right? This is affecting everyone, including yourself, right? Return all non-creature, non-land permanent. So this is going to bounce back every artifact, every enchantment, every whatever for 3 mana. This is hitting everyone for 3 mana. What are they thinking? The glistening oil had... What does that say? The glistening oil had been rendered inert, but planes wouldn't begin to truly heal until every last drop was purged. Yeah, that's exactly it. So it applies to every player. It doesn't say target player, so it means everyone. This is way too powerful. This instant right here. Now, it is not affecting creatures, so someone's attacking you with 10 creatures. This is not going to help you. But instantly, at the end of everyone's turn, bounce everything back to their hand. This is powerful. This is a rare. Like, what are we talking about? So bounce back enchantments, planeswalkers, and non-creature artifacts. It's going to be bounce back planeswalkers, bounce back any equipment, any enchantments, any sagas, any planeswalkers, just not creatures. And depending on how you're playing, this is devastating for 3 mana. I can't believe it. It's an instant. So it's going to be done. You can do it at the end of the opponent's turns and then bounce everything back for them. And then you still have your stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking it's very powerful, but maybe it's not as powerful because it's only an uncommon, but they're printing a lot of overpowered stuff. So this feels overpowered to me. All right, next, Reckless Handling. Hold on here. Let me check my focus. Oh, this is the one that depicts Nahiri losing her spark. Reckless Handling, 2 mana, sorcery. Search your library for an artifact, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle, then discard any card at random. They don't do random discard anymore. If an artifact card was discarded this way, this deals 2 damage to each opponent. Okay. Go get a thing. You might discard it randomly and then maybe deal damage. And then the flavor text. The relic shattered and something in Nahiri broke as well. Yep, so that's her losing her spark. Cool art. This is uncommon. We got a big scary dragon. Oh, a new Niv Mizzet. Niv Mizzet Supreme. I guess he's kind of back. This is bounce back. The card itself. Nope, because it's an instant. It's not on the battlefield, so it's bouncing back what's on the battlefield. A bouncy blue deck. Yeah, that's what my mono blue Jace deck is. So, but that's gonna hurt me, so I wouldn't play it. Okay, new Niv Mizzet. All the colors, and it's a dragon avatar. Flying hexproof from multicolored. Each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard can't. That's exactly 2 colors has Jumpstart in your graveyard. So you can bring back stuff from the graveyard if it's exactly 2 colors. So you may cast that card from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to its cost. Then it exiles. So you can replay cards, but they have to be exactly 2 colors. So it's a multicolor card and with some interesting graveyard stuff to do. And then we've got this epic new Niv Mizzet. Next up, we got a foil. Undercity Upheaval, 3 mana sorcery. I'll just, why am I tormenting myself? Undergrowth, distribute X +1s. Among any number of creatures you control, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Creatures you control gain vigilance. Alright, so based on what's in the graveyard, you put +1s on your stuff, and then they all get vigilance. 3 mana uncommon. Flavor text. Light shone on parts of the Undercity for the first time in centuries. So, Vraska's territory, and its foil. Foil doesn't look too impressive unless I catch the light. Just right, I guess. Right? Then we have One of these full art things. Reckless handling. Hey, wait a minute. Reckless handling, isn't that the one I just got? Yeah, oh wow. So look at that. I got a plain old reckless handling, and then how about another reckless handling with better art? So according to the number at the bottom, this is card 69. This is not nice that I got two of them. So, and the final card is the token. So double-sided token. I think this is I think they said somewhere that this is the first time they ever do double-sided tokens. Magic does firsts all the time. And this is their first, that it's a token that is double-sided in the sense that the token itself flips to be something. There's been tokens, of course, that on one side it's a squirrel and on the other side it's a zombie, but this is the first time that the one token on both sides is the thing. So, new mechanic, incubate. It makes an artifact. It makes an artifact that's not really a creature, but eventually you pay mana and then it can transform. So on the front side, it's a 0/0. Well, on the front side, it's an artifact that will grow. And then you pay 2 and it flips over. On the back side, it is then a creature, but this creature depends on what you incubated. If you have a card that says incubate 7, what happens is it makes a token and it puts 7 counters on it. Then you pay whatever the token tells you. This one says 2, and then it flips over and it's a 7/7. So something has to let you incubate to then make incubator tokens, and then you pay the mana instant speed to flip it over. So it's kind of like my Kraken strategy where I'm putting those Kraken tokens on my Kraken Tower thing, and then instantly I can then make it flip and make Krakens. So this one, based on the number of counters on it, flips over to be some creature thing. So how many cards do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 real cards, 1 token card, and then it's $4. So it's supposed to be story-wise. Here's how the March of the Machine ended, and these cards will tell you how it ended. But the cynical people are saying, well, why are these cards in their own set? And why did you release this set like 2 weeks after March of the Machine? These should have been in the main set. Or why are there so few cards in this set? Why don't you make it a real set? So when people are saying that like this is a greedy set, just like when they did Innistrad double feature, which is basically they took all of the recent Innistrad sets, took the color out and jumbled them into one new set. And sometimes it's like 2 steps back, 1 step, or 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But anyway, we opened up some brand new cards here. March of the Machine's Aftermath. Got a new Niv Mizzet and the like. So yeah, that'll be a good time to end it here. So hopefully people saw some cool new cards and some gameplay and the like. And I just saw Lord of the Rings movie recently. Rewatching was totally fun. Yeah, I haven't seen Lord of the Rings in a while either. And there's going to be Lord of the Rings magic cards, so next time you watch it again, you can also hold on to your Lord of the Rings magic cards as you watch Lord of the Rings again. So okay, gotta go everyone, I'm a little hungry. Thanks everyone for stopping by, and be back on the stream next time. Consider joining the Patreon to get the videos early, a whole week early, and it's only $3.33 to access that. So that's the Patreon. Or if you just want to wait a little bit, the videos will come out for free a week later. But if you want the first look exclusive, there's a video right now out on the Patreon. But if you want to wait a week, those will come out in a week. Or if you've got $3 under the couch, why not spend them on the Patreon? So thanks everyone for stopping by. Don't be a stranger on the Discord, and I will be back on the next stream.